Hello and welcome to the channel, and this one is going to be my official entry into the 2024 Street Machine group build. That's hosted by our friend Jason over at Blue Ox Model Shop. I've only just finished last year's group build in the last couple of weeks, and I'm still sort of working on a diorama for that one, so it's not officially fully finished, but the model kit was done. Really happy with that Galaxy. Wanted that one out of the way before I kind of made an official announcement on this one. I think I showed it in briefly in another video, but didn't go into any detail. And you know, been after this kit for a while, been eyeing it up on eBay with this group build in mind, and then just so happens I bought a few kits off our friend Gary Knight over there at our friend Mr. Model Works, and this was one of them. So it saved me a job of going on eBay and buying another likes. But it's a new in-box kit. We aren't going to do an unboxing or anything like that, but I'm going to show you kind of the direction we're going down on this one. And it's actually a model of another kind of recreation. Loosely, I'm going to say that loosely because it's going to be, I'm not going to put quite as much into it like I did with the Galaxy. That was quite a special build, and this will be a special build. It's one I've wanted to do for a long time. Since I saw this model originally. And the model we're going to do, I actually own the original kit. You know, I bought a small collection of built models off a chap on eBay, and to be quite honest, I think that was like 2018, and I really can't remember whether I bought them off David Hardcastle or a chap called Derek Brown. My memory is just terrible, to be quite honest with that, and it's just a lot's happened in between. But I ended up with a group of these models, and I knew exactly what they were when I was buying them because I recognised them from an old magazine. We'll go into that a bit later, but you know, I do have the magazine here of where these. I don't think it was the first time the model was ever shown. I think it was shown in a 78 magazine, 1978 magazine. This is the one we've got here. It's January 81, and it's first time. I don't think this wasn't a regular article or anything. I think it was just. I think the first time the model was shown, it was in just like a single picture or something. And I don't have that magazine. I'm sure it was like 1978 or something. But this is Hot Rod and Custom, which I'm assuming is the British version of Rod and Custom. All British hot rods in here and stuff like that, and you know, coverage of other stuff and what have you, but I think it was mainly British stuff that got put in here. But you know, this is the article, and I don't remember this article as much as I did with the Galaxy. I remember seeing, I think my dad probably had it, and I probably saw it in later years and what have you, but you know, it's a 3-page article. The chap called David Hardcastle put these kits together, and you know, this was the pickup here, and I always loved the way that thing sat, you know, on the monogram wheels and what have you, and it was metallic green in colour. You know, just a really simple build, whereas this Mazda pickup here started as I think it was a scavenger kit David started with on this one. And this was absolutely a phenomenal model. Was this one really fragile? And I know firsthand it was a phenomenal model because you know, I actually owned it. And you might be a bit gutted that these are in black and white because it really doesn't do the models justice. But the good thing is, if you do hang around till end of video, I've actually managed to find some old pictures. I didn't have anywhere on the phones. I think the phone it was on originally broke, and I thought I'd lost them forever. But you know, today I just thought, I remembered I posted them on I posted them on the IPMS page, the Hot Rod IPMS page over that my friend Lee runs, and with a couple of others. And luckily I was able to search them. I found them all, to be quite honest with you. I think I had one somewhere which I somehow managed to find, but I found a lot more, and we're going to post all them at the end of the video because I own this Mazda as well. And like I say, absolutely phenomenal build was that. I think and there was a bunch of other kits, a really nice Camaro Pro Stock 67 GTO. I think there's a funny car in there, and I think they were all listed on eBay at the time, and I bid on them, and I think there was a part slot. Didn't get a part slot, and I didn't get a couple of the others, but I think it was mainly this one, and this one I really wanted anyway. But like I say, it stuck with me, and the thing is, when I won them models and I got them, they really needed some delicate restoration, and there was some issues with paint and what have you, and if I was going to restore them, I would have been so tempted to repaint them, and that wouldn't have been the right thing by the models. They needed to stay as they were. I remember this green one, it had some touching up on the back of the cab and what have you, and a bit of flaking paint here and there, and they both needed a few repairs, and this one was so fragile to get the front and back working. And I think even in this article, David says how, I think at the top there somewhere, David says how absolutely fragile that model was, but he's really happy, and mid-mounted engine and what have you. I think he put the IMSA Corvette flares on it. And like I say, we've got some really nice colour photos at the end of this video. But I think what happened then is that I posted them on that Facebook page, and I wasn't sure what to do with them, because the other ones, these were the only two which were aerosoled, and there was one more which was aerosoled. We will go into that in a couple of minutes, but the others, the Pro Stock Camaro, it's really nice looking model, but it was brush painted, and back then I was, and it needed a few repairs again like the others did, and I think all the others were brush painted to some extent, and for me to restore them, I would have stripped all paint off and completely redone them all, and things like that. I certainly know now that they needed to stay as they were, and I think, as I recall, a chap called John Rackham, I think it was John, he commented on one of them on the pictures and said, if you ever want to get rid of the Datsun and the Chevy, and let me have first refusal, or I'm sure it was John, and John was a great builder out in the 80s as well. He's still building now, I'm pretty sure. But John did one of my favourite Pro Street models ever. I couldn't find a picture of it. I ain't got every Street Machine article, and I'm sure he's in Small Talk. He did a 63 Plymouth Fury Pro Street. It was yellow and white. I'm sure it's called like the Desperado or something, but loved that kit as soon as I saw it. And I hope it went to John, but I know, I'm pretty sure I thought about it for a couple of weeks, and then I'm pretty sure I emailed him, and I'm like I say, I could be completely wrong. It might have been somebody else, but I know somebody really wanted him, and I let these two go. And I still wasn't sure what I was doing with the others, but I think after these two these were the main two, and I just moved the others on in the end. I don't have many regrets of selling stuff, but that was a couple of them. But I know whoever I sold these to, I remember at the time knowing they went to the right place, but they would probably just be sympathetically restored and done again. But yeah, I think the Chevy was built with a Hemi. and I'm pretty sure it had a 57 Chevy front axle suspension, and the rear axle was from the Monogram 69 Camaro. And I think I've got all them bits, and to be quite honest, like I said, I'm not wanting to copy it, I'm just wanting to get the look, but the model sat right on that suspension, and as I've got them bits, I'm going to probably use them, to be quite fair. But then I was digging through a few old magazines, and I just remember this so much from my childhood. This one I was going through, this is Street Machine, 19 March 87, and like I say, I ain't got many of these Street Machines. What I'm doing is I'm buying a batch of them every now and again, and what I'll end up doing is just taking the small sort pages out and creating a nice little file on them. But this was some show coverage. I think this was the Brighton show, like other end of country, like right at the other end of country, bottom of the country, to be quite honest, is Brighton. Like, so you couldn't get much further away. But I remember this picture up here, and we'll get in a bit closer in a second. But this was the prize for this competition. A chap called Derek Brown won it. That's kind of why I'm thinking I possibly bought them off Derek Brown. And Derek Brown was a brother of a chap called Roy Brown, who owned Scale Auto Parts UK. Did a really good distributor of model stuff. Did a lot of aftermarket parts, but it was before the time when I was building anything like that. So I think they were gone by the time I was sort of really into the hobby and what have you. But yeah, in this picture, if I can get it close up, you see the pickup there. Looks quite dark in that picture. The green looked quite dark compared to the actual model, and that 67 GTO I had, and that's the Datsun pickup there. The Pinto I had, and I'm pretty sure the two funny cars were listed and the hot rod was listed, but I didn't get them, and I know I didn't get the Corvette if that was listed, the two Corvettes. But that's the Camaro Pro stock at the back. Just such a 70s 80s looking Pro stock was that one. It was really, really nice, to be quite fair. But again, like I say, it was just brush paint, and I didn't want to mess with it, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, I remember seeing this as a kid and just being in awe, because there was loads of parts and stuff like that, and always loved the scavenger pickup. I don't think I've actually ever had one. I think I might have had that, yeah. I probably have done in past, but probably sold it in an hour of need or something. But yeah, a chap called Derek Brown won it, and he won it for this model here, which is a recreation of a real car by, I think it was Alan Humphreys. And this was such a, Derek Brown was one of the leading builders in the UK back in the day. And I think, I think there was Nigel Foster as well. I think they were like, there was plenty, Glenn May, I think Glenn May's still building now, and like I say, John Rackham. But I think this, Steve Salmon as well. This was a beautiful model, to be quite honest with you. And funnily enough, I've sat an MPC chassis on a kit I won the junior class with in Nebworth, Stevenage, and melted the 55 body, repainting it and put it on bake in the spray booth, and bent up, completely ruined it. So I sat one of these bodies on it, and that body's been just sat there on it for the last 20 odd years, so. But yeah, I was just got flicking through some of these, and it just brought back a few memories. There's another, and it just kind of made me remember all the great builders in the UK, and there was just, like this, and this is why small talk again was so important, because it's the only time we really got to, we really got to see all this stuff. So you know, some great builds. You know, that Chevy there by Amanda DeVille. I think that's a Nigel Foster one. Tony Zammit, another massive name back in the day, built that Sierra there, and loads of other great names on here. Yeah, I think that's potentially a Nigel Foster one. Yeah, that's Nigel Foster's. He did a lot, obviously. He did a lot of drag cars, but funnily enough, one of the viewers, I think in one of the Galaxy build videos, mentioned that his friend built this actual model here. It's a 1/8 Model T, all weathered up. My brother said like it was like before weathering was really a thing over here. You know, that's what set it aside, but there was a figure he made straight out milliput. He said, yeah, his friend built that, and he now has that model on his display. And then when I was looking for it, I found the actual article on that, which I remember more. You know, it's just, you know, a great build, and yeah, that figure's scratch built out of milliput. I think the blower was scratch built, and all the stuff in the back, sleeping bags and everything, all scratch built and what have you. But yeah, it's good to know some of these old models. And when was that one? 86, December 86. You know, so models still surviving after these years. And I'm pretty sure a chap called Dave Neve, and I do really apologise if I get it wrong, but a chap in the UK has just built a recreation of that beautiful model again. And that was a really well-known hot rod over here. And yeah, it was just interesting going through all these, to be quite honest with you, and just picked out a few really just to sort of work into this video. And you know, and these are all the models I remember when I was, you know, because we had a show in Doncaster. When was this? September 87. Yeah, we had a yeah, as I was saying before, my camera overheated and I'm not re-recording any of that. I've not really got much time. I just got back from work, like, so yeah, I mean, we're just briefly looking at some of these, like, and it was just reminding me of all the great builders and all the inspiration these magazines gave me, and why I'm kind of doing another little bit of a recreation on that pickup really. And yeah, this is another Derek Brown model kit. This was a recreation of a real car again, made by Andy Saunders. A chap called Andy Saunders did a lot of stuff. That boat included on the cover, on this magazine cover. And I think that's another Nigel Foster one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's another Nigel Foster one. I'm not too sure. Yeah, Nigel Foster did that one. Always loved Nigel Foster's drag cars. Just so periodic and everything. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the reason why I really do want to do the recreation of that pickup is because that was my reasoning behind selling it. Yeah, that was my reasoning behind selling it, to be quite honest with you. I thought it's going to somebody else who's going to just do a bit of sympathetic restoration. I've got some pictures, even though in later years I thought I lost them all, and you know, that was always my plan. Is I'll move that on to the right person, and then I'll just recreate my own, and that's what we're going to do in this one. And like I say, it was funny finding this one as well, because out of that collection, when I bought it, there was one which I kept, and I've still got it now. And if you look at the right at the back, there's a 67 Ford Mustang. You know, and this is the one. And the reason I kept this one is because it wasn't fully finished. You know, the paint was out quite nice, like, and I think with maybe another clear coat or just polishing that up, it'll be quite nice. And it sits on Monogram slot mags, which this one will do too. That's what we're going to put underneath that one. But I thought, yeah, I wanted to keep something, and this was the one I chose in the end. And I'm not a massive Mustang fan, to be quite honest with you, but there was just something about this one, and I thought, well, I can finish it off and put my own little stamp on it and finish. I wouldn't ever repaint it or anything like that. Like I say, I might, if anything, clear it again. Or I might just polish it up, to be quite fair. I think I might get away with just polishing this up. But yeah, like I say, not finished up at all. It's got the engine in there. I think the wheels are posable on this one. Can't remember if they are in the AMT kit or not, or if that's something Derek could put on there. But I thought, while we're doing this one, to get me builds up, I'm right behind with builds, and this is going to be another nice simple one. That's going to be a nice simple one, and this is going to be a nice simple one. And I thought, I don't mind finishing somebody else's work off, and especially when there was, quite the builder back in the day. And like I say, it's the only one I managed to keep out of all them lot. And we got all the bits left over. I'm assuming this was the Matchbox kit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this would have been the Matchbox issue kit, molded in yellow. But yeah, we can do something with that. We've got a wheel broken off the back. I've got another wheel here, but yeah, I think that just finished off. I think that these decals on the bottom, are all yellowed and a bit corroded. I'm kind of hoping they're sitting on top of it. If they aren't sitting on top of it, then I'm gonna take these ones off anyway, and I think I'm just gonna hopefully find some new white ones, and we'll put some fresher ones on there. I think I want to try and keep it as David wanted it to look, and I think adding that white stripe on the bottom there, I think that'll finish off the look like. So yeah, so we are going to add another little building to this one and just get that finally finished. But I think that looks really, really well on them monogram wheels. Does that like? So it'll be another nice one to finish off like. But yeah, I think with that and that, we're going to have a couple of nice models by the end of the year. I don't think either of them are going to take a lot of work to get finished, to be quite fair. And like I said, with that one, we're not trying to do a spot on recreation, and I'm not going into the detail I wanted to follow like I did on the Galaxy. It's just going to be something that looks like it. I mean, I bought my paint the other week. Gone with this Rover Tara green, which is from my memory, and it was pretty close like, but it might not be exact, but I am not bothered about that either. It's just a metallic green and the same kind of ballpark as the other one likes. But yeah, I thought that'd be another bit of a story. And like I say, if you just hang around till end of video, you're gonna have quite a few nice pictures at the end of these models I used to own, and all built by David Hardcastle. So you get to see that black and white picture come to life a little bit and what have you. But yeah, because this Datsun was really nice candy red, and yeah, obviously that's green, as we've gone into a million times before. But yeah, you'll see all this in colour. I think I got a few nice pictures that I found likes. But yeah, thought we'll just box off the video at that. And before I go, I just want to say thank you to all the subscribers of the channel, all the friends of the channel, everybody who watches and likes the videos. It's greatly appreciated. And I've got too many projects in my mind and on the go. I really want to get get a bit further on with the Porsche build, and I've got these two to do, and I've got a 32.4 to do, and we've got the USACC probably around the corner. So but I don't think the stress is too much on with that USACC. You know, I think you know, we'll just work in what we can, and well, hopefully we've got the kit for whatever gets chosen on that one. To be quite honest with you, you know, if I ain't got the kit and I can't get hold of one, then yeah, that might be game up on that one. But you know, I'm sure we'll find something regardless. And yeah, so everybody, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody. And hopefully you'll continue watching the videos. You know, as you can see, we've got a few nice projects here coming up. So be really nice to get that Mustang finished, and it'll be really nice to get my own little version of that pickup truck done as well. So I think that'll be more like a tribute, you know, just getting that one finished off for David. Like, you know, he obviously didn't finish it at the time, and then he gave all his stuff away kindly for this competition. You know, you could pretty much see probably had other things to do, and I don't know if he's still building nowadays, to be quite fair, and I really wish I could remember if it was him I was speaking to when I bought these, whether he got these back somehow, or whether it's Derek, to be quite fair. But like I say, I see much time's passed, and you know, now we're in today, and you know, this is what we're doing today with them. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the build progress as we move along with them. So yeah, whatever you're doing for the rest of the week, hope you have a great time, and we will just see you in the next video. Okay, see you, bye.